just recently watching Amy. Like, I saw the preview that they show when the Amy Schumer, she's just like telling these jokes in like this very like, oh my god, it's just like this very slow rollout. You're like, are people like, is that like the average intelligence of America? You're just like curious if it is, or is it just like we're all like programmed to like wait for like these slow steps of, and then this, what do you think? You're like, wow, this is a joke? Okay, cool. Cool. You're like, anyone can be a comedian. Wow, the reveal. I'm not saying it's a bad joke, and I'm not saying it's good either. Just like, what the hell? But maybe that's her humor anyway. We just become anecdotal. Then I went to the store and they were out of mangoes. Whoa, hilarious. I mean, that's not her material, but it might as well be. Jesus Christ. Say stuff people can relate to. It does like turn into like a relatable thing. Like, who does that? I did it. Oopsies. Oh no. She's like, yeah, okay. It's good to get that stuff out though, because who else is talking about it? Yeah, but like if that's like our level of conversation, like, come on, man. That's our level of conversation. But isn't it always? Isn't it? It's just casual conversation jokes about like what you're doing in life. You're like, yeah. I'm trying to think of something offhand and quick. Hey. Right. And it, off the top of your head can be a little dicey. Excuse me, especially since I don't talk all that much to people. Do people talk to me? Very rarely. I'm interested in anything a person has to say. I'm just like, wow, you said that? I had no idea you were going to say that. I was talking to a friend, and I was like, he's a talker. And I was like, oh, you're a talker. You've picked up one of the like few dark manipulative psychological tricks of the human psyche, which is to talk consistently and emphatically about things and try to pick up what the other person is saying and kind of like lean into it while also like telling a story about it. It's so fucking manipulative. Just like, whoa, I see how it happens now. It's like you can like see the puzzle of trying to box a person into being enamored with you, like through their conversation. It's like this psycho-emotional, social contraption, and I'm just like, wow, that's wow. But then I'm like, no wonder why I'm single, because I don't do that shit. I'm like, no, you are a person. How are you doing? Oh, that's cool. They're just like waiting for those steps to just, it's sort of, I was like, no, I will eat the cheese. Thank you for letting me eat the cheese. Now I'm yours. And you're like, that's some dark fucking shit. What? No, I want you to say whatever you want to say, and we just have a conversation about it. I mean, I do have like a level of like what I can handle. I was just looking at like, I don't know what I was like in my spam folder. I was like deleting things, and someone's like, "Do you want to look at my pussy pics?" And I'm like, I do not want to look at those. Why would I want to look at, like, I don't want to send dick pics to anyone either. Like, I don't, like, what else can we exchange? You know what? I am not comfortable with my body. I don't, and then, you know what? Yeah, on that level. I'd be interested in doing that together, like, hey, like, let's take sexy photos together, and then we'll send each other them. here and there. So we're like, oh my, like we've had an experience and we're like, oh, okay, well, that's a come hither. Oh, yay! That makes sense to me. I approve of that. But like, I don't, man. But again, I wouldn't do some close-ups. I don't, what? I don't need that. No. For sure. That's, but I want to know a person. I want to hear their stories. This was very nice. I got to hang out for a second with this one dude, and it sort of just, our conversation just evolved into like just talking about childhood experiences, going out to concerts and stuff, and being pretty rowdy as a youth. Like, you know, we're just catching up on like the stupid shit you got away with as a kid. You know, like it's just fun. You're just like, that's fun. You're like, okay, that's cool. And it's sort of like, you know, that's not the person that this person is now, maybe. Or hides it well. It's like the youthful ideals have reached maturity points. You're like, oh, okay, well, yeah. It's kind of fun. I'm just pacing and talking. I'm trying to do something. I'm reading a book that I wrote. And I don't know, like the 4th chapter, I realized I had to rewrite, and it just like, it hurt. It hurt. I was like, oh man. Well, actually, I was like, no, I can do this because I cannot have this chapter in here like this, because I'm trying to read it and it doesn't really come across while reading it. So that's why you read your story. You're like, oh, no, this one doesn't work like that, and it doesn't fit with the rest of the book anyway. So, okay, we'll change it. Yeah. But it's sort of fun because there are so few books that there are no books that just come out and say whatever the fuck I'm saying. None of them do it. None. There is not a single book that just lays it out. Where a person is just like, this is bullshit. You barely get those in movies and TV either. There's just like, where people get called out on their shit. It's so rarely done. And there are so, like, it's kind of almost insane that, like, that happens. Like, there are people saying some very smart shit that we should all be realizing. There should be a supercut of all of that stuff. Instead of, like, the whole fucking lecture where you're just like, Jesus, wrap this shit up. What's your point? God damn it. I think that's, like, part of it, is we're tired of being led by the hand of a blind person. We're like, no. Watching xmen97, new season came out, and first of all, they show 3 commercial breaks, but I swear there were like 5. I'm like, these commercials are almost as long as this whole freaking show. This is not cool. Like, they just like added extra commercials when there weren't commercial break points, and you're like, this is illegal. This is not cool. That's my economic status. Currently is to have ads, but I've started, like, it's only been like the first month that I've had ads. So, it's nice though, because I mute it. Like, my daughter and I watch these shows, and it's sort of like a mindfulness break. I mute them. Boop, fuck you, buddy. Oh man, one time I paused the show, and it just like sent me back to like the loading screen. And then, like, as soon as I pushed play, I got stuck with another ad, and I was like, that's not cool. I saw your ad already. I just needed my own commercial break. This is not cool. I made it through your shit. and then I had to take a shit. That's different. But it's always this like moral high ground of, oh no, he's a mass murderer, but we can't kill him. Like, are you what? No, oh no, we gotta be humane about this. Do you need to be humane? What's the next? They escape. Oh shit, they escaped. Yeah, no shit. Right. No shit, they escaped. Right. Live to fight another day. It was well, there's this one episode where like explicitly stated that this mutant, like, his like committed so much genocide like throughout history or whatever, and she's like no, if we're just as bad as he is. I'm like no, I think that the difference is consistent genocide. Like there's a difference if you like, right. At what point do you like not show a sense of justice ever being just throwing him in prison where he can escape because he's got all of these powers? Do you even know of a prison that can contain him completely? No. Okay. Do you think he's gonna have any remorse for killing all of your friends? Not really. Like, right. I mean, if you want to like poke holes at anything, you have to, like, you do have to kind of imagine it that way too. You're like, wait a minute, like, I know it's done for like brevity and point of the story, but if you want to dig into it, you're just like, wait a minute, it's just the X-Men versus the villain. Like, there's no one else in this entire story that ever helps anybody else. You'd think that there'd be like one villain who's just like, maybe I should help them. You're like, no, I think I'll still go rob a bank while all this is happening. There's no money anymore because it's survival of the fittest and there are no society anymore. Well, this money is useless. I'm glad I robbed it. And now I'm enslaved and enchained. I guess I made some poor decisions here. It's kind of wild in general that happens. For sure. But I'm like, how do we solve the problem if we don't want to kill the leader of the mass genocides and stuff? Like, what do we do? What first of all, what are we claiming is humane? Are we gonna, like, sure, like, what level of decency do we afford this person that we still do not afford anybody else who's in jail? It's sort of like white collar criminals still get like a cushy padded seats, TV, van that takes them out to the countryside to like ponder their existence. Like, whatever. But then like someone who stole a loaf of bread is like being beaten, waterboarded. You're like, what the fuck? What? You want to talk about humanity, right? Like, hard sell. Just right. It's like every episode of the X-Men or whatever. It was like one of them. Like, we're jailing all these mutant kids to protect society. And you're like, what do you mean? This is what you're doing to them? Is that protecting them? I mean, they do kind of address that for like a second. But then it's sort of like, and we stop like criminals all over the world. It's like, well, what do you consider a crime? Because almost all prisons in America look really similar to this, except more condensed and crummy. It is a criminal to treat these people this way. Most of them did not commit high crimes. They are in it for stupid shit. Most of it economically based, right? 90% of crimes are economically, I forget the word. It's just economically coerced. Like, no, if I had the money, I'd be fine. Right. I do like the George Carlin version. And I mean, and torture is, I mean, right. I mean, if you're gonna torture, if you're gonna torture people somewhere else, then that's the least that like someone who's committed genocide should get, right? It's like, no, you're gonna get terrorized just as much as these people who've done less than you. I think that's fair. I think it's fair. I mean, like, why do they get preferential treatment compared to someone who did less than they did? I'm not saying it's right that any of that happens, but if, I mean, you know what, if that's the range of our system, they get that. They get it. Until we change it all, they're beaten and tortured just as much as those fucks who probably obviously didn't deserve it as much as that person did. It's sort of like, I don't know what countries used to do it or whatever, but they'd cut off like a finger, you know, or whatever. I'm like, no, if you're not gonna kill them, but they still did like horrible crimes. You know what? Fucking cut off their hands. I don't know, like something. If fingers get you this kind of crime, then like it has to be worse than that. It has to be. Oh, you stole something, so I'm cutting off a finger. Okay. Well, you cheated this whole family out of this, so you know what? Off with your hands. Oh, you murdered someone? Well, again, off with your head. I guess, like, if this is the system we're working with, that's how it goes. It makes sense if we're working with the system of whatever. No. We let the other, like, the high crimes go, which is, again, really insane. I don't know. I also feel like we should just, I don't really, like, honestly, what is a punishment that fits the crime, right? I always feel like this is not really considered. Where the judge is like, oh, $200 million. And we're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But, like, the company made, I don't know, $2 billion off of that $200 million. like they made so much more money. And they're only paying, I don't know, like, basically a settlement fee. And you're just like, wait a minute. And all of these people have suffered immensely and had to, like, I don't know, shore up the money and the funds to get this kind of lawsuit through. Where, like, all of that money usually just goes to the lawyers, doesn't it? And then, like, what the fuck? That's not a punishment that fits the crime. No, that's some bullshit. We each get $1. You see those class action lawsuits? They're like, oh, here you go, here's $20. You're like, wow. They sure the fuck made more than this off of me. I know that for sure. And they still have that data. They don't give it back. They're like, oh no, now we're good. No, they just come out with new terms and conditions. They're like, now we can totally steal it legally. That's not stealing because you agreed to it. And you're like, I did not fucking agree to it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No. like if anyone like really wanted to even dive a little bit into the terms and conditions, it's coercion and illegal. Like it's just all over the place, like just like grand sweeping, like, oh, we can date your mother. You're like, what? Come on. Says it right here. Like that's powers beyond our control. Now, so what? What are you gonna do about it? Sue us? We can keep this in the courts as long as we want. How much can you afford to keep it in the courts? Okay. And then you just go to the Supreme Court and they're like, it's overturned. Fuck you. Which I'm always like interested in this idea of like, come on, man. Like, why do these laws get passed and then we decide if they're legal or not? I think that's a poor choice. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work at all. There's supposed to be someone that's like, no, these are against the rules. We can't have this law. Start again. Where is that? Oh, that ethics committee, right? Whoa, what a bunch of shit that is. Just like, no, your job is absolutely to make this ethical. Do you know what ethical is? I went to Eastern Michigan University, and they've been priding themselves on like they've just like 25 years. We're like the most ethical business. I'm like, business is not ethical. What are you talking about? It's like just even having that sign is kind of unethical if you think about it. You're just like, maybe not, but you're just like, really? Let's do an ethical audit. Let's do it. What do you consider ethical first? And then we'll move on from there. Well, ethical means... You're like, all right, never mind. Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay. Fair enough. I'm just procrastinating from doing the thing. Because what did I say I was going to do? Oh, maybe it's just time for a bath, and then I'll do some more reading. I was like, maybe I'll just have this all done by the 4th, and then it would be like this gift to America. What an ego. I just love it so much. My book is just about like how it's like a science fiction-y kind of thing. Like basically something out of our control helps every single person achieve their dreams beyond their dreams without government intervention. You know, like it takes government and our economy out of the equation and affords us luxuries we could not afford on our own because of the imprisonments that those systems have afforded us up to now. There is no hierarchy. Now you might think that means chaos, because that's what they want us to think. Like, oh, we don't have rule and order. But there is some. There's just one rule, roughly. There's just one rule, and it's the simple one, and that's you cannot harm somebody else. That's the only rule. The only rule is you cannot harm somebody else. The only rule. You can have everything you want, but you can't hurt anybody or like do things with a level of malevolence. That's it. That's the only rule placed on humanity. and it's enforced. You cannot do malevolent actions against other people. And that is decided by an alternate force so that we're not like, well, I didn't think that was malevolent. Like, no. It's not up to you to decide if that was malevolent. It's, you know, it's just, there we go. That's it. And malevolent includes manipulation. The spectrum of what malevolence entails is manipulation, coercion, violence, theft. Yeah, you know, those kinds of things, in that kind of vein. Like, yeah. That's it, man. And a lot of things are afforded humanity through just that simple thing. Give up malevolence and you can have everything else. That's it. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Well, I'll let you go from here, I guess. I gotta get to Mumbai.